Hold on. Yeah, I forgot to turn that part off. Oh, okay. Never mind. I thought I had hit pause and I thought it was gonna like fade out into. I thought that's what it was doing, but it was just the end of the track.
Oh, I definitely thought it was doing the same thing.
Yeah, and then it started back up, and then I was like, "Oh, okay." Then I guess I didn't click it hard enough.
Guess not.
Trying to see, make sure everything is good. Yep, everything looks good. Everything sounds good. Check. Everybody can hear it. Everybody sounds good. Here we go. Welcome back to the Don't Cancel Me podcast, episode 140, the Super Bowl edition episode, as we probably won't be here next week due to some other circumstances. So this is our Super Bowl show today, and we have a super show planned for y'all today. And I am Petrie Perfect.
I'm Vino Flight.
And we thank everybody for joining us on another Tuesday afternoon. Thank you for choosing just taking out a little time to spend with us on this Tuesday evening. I know most of the country is freezing.
Boy.
Great Arctic storm. That's the Great Arctic Storm blew through the entire country. It's funny when the entire country is going through the exact same thing.
Nah, insane, bro.
Yeah, it wasn't just like, oh, it's snowing in Dallas, but it's 78 down here in Houston, or the Texas is 75, but Michigan is under 40 feet of snow. You know, it was everybody going through it at the exact same time. So I don't know if how catastrophic it was across the country, but I hope everybody was able to be prepared and be bunkered down for it. So how was it out there in Dallas, Flight, with all the because you got it, being in Dallas and me down here in Houston, we kind of got two different. We all were cold, but we got two different effects. So how was it for you in Dallas?
I mean, we missed what was supposed to happen. I guess we were supposed to actually have like 4 to 6 inches of snow, but then the storm ended up shifting north, like literally like a few hours before touchdown. So we ended up getting like a lot of the sleet, a lot of the ice. Streets was very icy. Barely any snow on the ground. It was still icy today. So last 2 days I stayed home from work. Judging by from what the temps look like now, it seems like it's going to be iced over again because it's supposed to be below freezing again tonight. There's still a lot of water on the ground, obviously, from the snow melting throughout the day, which means that if it's below freezing, it'll freeze overnight. So it'll probably be icy, but it wasn't terrible. No power outages, nothing like 2021.
Yeah, the 2021 storm is the 2021 storm was crazy.
It was crazy, bro. Insane.
That's me and Chad were just talking about that storm, because that storm was literally when me and Chad had known each other for about 3-4 weeks at that time. Maybe a month. I think it was we known each other for about a month at that point, but I didn't realize that storm was that crazy until we look back at it now, but I guess I didn't realize that at that particular time.
That was the first. That was within the first couple months of us moving to Dallas, bro. And that's when, remember, I told you the apartment complex over here caught on fire? So the one we're in now is the one that caught on fire and displaced like 60 to 70 families. And it was terrible. I mean, it was literally, this building was on fire for 27, 28 hours, bro. No power. There was no power anywhere. This fire was going crazy. Streets was terrible. Power grid was all messed up. If you didn't live by a hospital, you didn't have electricity. So yeah, it was terrible out here.
Yeah, like I said, this wasn't as bad, but for some people it could have been the worst. So we just hope everybody's okay, and I'm glad everybody survived the store. But people, let's get this out the way, because people, we gotta stop talking about, oh, the weather people lied, they don't know what they talking about. Guys, weather is unpredictable. I'm a fan of weather. I love weather, phenomenal events. And so, if you really know weather, and if you been alive, and if you've been a human, you understand that sometimes
If you've
weather
been,
changes. You ever been watching news and they're like, "Oh, it's gonna rain today," and then all of a sudden you don't see any rain, or it only rains for 15 seconds or something like that. It's you don't know. You this stuff like you try to get as close as you can to predicting, and so people are like, "Oh, they made us go to the store. They made us go to the store and buy this and do this," and I'm like, "Well." They didn't make you do anything. I mean, they said be prepared. It ain't my fault you ain't got no waters at your house.
oh man, don't get me started on the people that went through the grocery stores and just ravaged everything like shit wasn't about.
Everything.
Like, come on, man.
Y'all
Like,
buying more food than if your power go out, you ain't got no way to keep it.
y'all buying shit that y'all wouldn't even be able to use. Like,
True.
come on, bro. What you doing with 7 packs of pasta? Like, what are you doing with that? Why did you need
Nah,
that?
7 packs of pasta is crazy.
Like, come on, bro. Like, what? It's stuff like this make people do stupid things, man. I mean, there was no water. Like, me and Kate went to try and grab some water before the storm hit, and there was no water. Thank God she's so smart. She said, "Let's check a gas station," and they had a few gallons left for us to grab, so that was good. But just in case, those are the essentials that you need: water. You know,
Right. Right.
but everybody was in the grocery stores, your Target, your Walmart, your Sam Clubs, just buying up everything, tissue
I'm
paper.
thankful. I'm thankful
Just,
to HEB in the front of my neighborhood. I'm thankful to live around people that got sense because it never got super packed. Like we went in there, like we did get something. Like we got little. We wasn't too. We wasn't too worried about it because we were
right.
blessed. We're blessed to have a
Yes.
generator on the house,
Yeah.
which was more attractive than the pool, if you ask me.
For sure.
I actually wanted the lights to go out so I can finally see this mofo in use.
Not right. Yeah.
I wanted to see. I wanted to see if my generator would actually kick on because I haven't got to witness it yet. The one
Mhm.
storm that we got that the light shut off. I remember we woke up in the middle of the night. It was hot. It was hot. We were like, we didn't know the power went out,
Mhm.
and we were like, oh. We was like, man, we gotta we gotta figure something out. Like, why is the power like? I got to think about. I said, wait a minute, we got a generator. Why are we sitting in the dark? And I go outside, the generator was messed up. So I never got the chance to really see the generator and work. So, but yeah, no, you're right. All that hoarding and stuff, like we really got a lot of stuff that we could use, So, guys, next time it's a storm, let's get stuff that we can use, stuff. Let's be reasonable. There's no reason why you need 3 packs of toilet paper. They come like 24 in a row. Like just don't wipe your booty as much. Like just use. Don't do this. don't. don't do this. The toilet tissue shouldn't look like an arm cast. It shouldn't look like a club. It should not look like a club on your hand when you going to wipe your booty. Good two or three, good 2 or 3 rotations. If it's a liquid, you might need a little bit more if it's a liquid. All right, I'm sorry, but you don't just ration what you use. That's all you have to do. Like we did, we went and got like little chickens and like little chickens to throw in the air fryer, stuff to
Right.
put on the
Yeah.
grill. Because the propane and all that. Just so we had the propane grill. We had a gas grill too. So if the power did go out, I know everybody's not blessed to have. I'm not.
Yeah.
Because some people prefer electric. So some people have electric, some people have whatever. But we have gas. So I got and you hit that mud with a flame, and we got fire.
Good.
So
Yeah.
we got stuff like that, but we wasn't gonna go in there overshot. We keep water at the house, so we didn't. I don't think we didn't buy not one case of water.
Nah, yeah, we bought we got the gallons because obviously we got the the refrigerator with the water dispenser, but just in case we let's say the pipes messed up, we can't get no water, they shut the water off, or we can't get no water. We made sure that we had extra gallons, made sure we had all our other gallons filled up. Yeah, we was prepared, but thank God it wasn't as bad. We had power, everything was solid this way, so it was cool.
That's good.
Torrance said people thought we'd be in the house longer than COVID, and that's for sure. Because them grocery stores was empty, boy. Empty.
I seen some grocery stores were ridiculous, and some people had lines that was all down the street and on the feeder road, and
it was grotesque. I mean, shit. Even don't even get me started with gas, bro. Shit, was that? I went to work that Thursday. Came in. The storm came in Friday. I went, yeah. So I went to work Thursday, and I was like, before I went to work, I was like, I'm gonna make sure I get gas. And I went to the Stamps Club because they got the discount and everything. And shout out to my sister-in-law. She let us get on the membership so we can get the gas. When it filled up, so when I came back, I seen the longest. I'm talking about the line was weaving through Walmart's parking lot, in the Sam's parking lot, wrapped around the corner on the street. Like, I was like, man, it ain't that serious. And the crazy thing is, there's a gas station right next to it, a 7-Eleven right next to it that was empty. Nobody was going over there. Everybody wanted that Sam's gas because of the discount, which I get it, but I'm not waiting in no long gas line for a discounted gas when I could just go literally 200 feet away and fill up my tank.
But, right, which was another one of the essential things that you needed.
Yeah, to each their own.
Yeah, facts. But like I said, we hope everybody in the comments, everybody in the chat, everybody that's watching this, we hope that you were able to be safe, be warm, be protected, and I hope your family was as well. And let's just be better prepared next time. Don't think, because next time y'all gonna think that the weather people lying, and then y'all ain't gonna have nothing in your house when you're in there freezing to death. So just making sure that you stay prepared. The weather people know what they're talking about, y'all. The weather people know what they're talking about. Stop second guessing them and go out there and take care of your homes and take care of your family. Before we get into our Super Bowl show, man, we shout out to everybody in the chat right now. First, yeah, I see we got Torn in the chat. Of course, we got Chaz in the chat. We got Jay Horn in the chat. We got KMX40. I don't know who that is, but that might be somebody new. So shout out to you, KM.
Yeah, shout out to you. Shout out to you
for joining us. Yes, for sure. Shout out to that. Shout out to you for being here. So I did. So Chad sent me this a couple hours before we started the show, and we like I said, we gonna get to the Super Bowl stuff. Y'all just bear with us if you're here for the Super Bowl. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, let us know that you're in here watching with us right now. We're gonna get to the football stuff in just a little bit, y'all. But I just want to get this out because this is fun, and this is a question we're gonna pose to the chat, and a question I'm gonna pose to you, Vino. So there's this African Nigerian man, Oho Egusa Kingsley. Yes. I hope I killed that mother. Oho Egusa Kingsley. That's it. Let me put a little bit more accent in it. Oho Egusa Kingsley is a Nigerian man who is gaining waves on the internet because a bank accidentally put $1.05 million in his bank account. So instead of returning the money, he decides to do 1 year in prison instead. So he's gaining a lot of attention for doing this. So then that brings me to the question of, would you trade 1 year in prison for $1.05 million? Hey, appreciate you. Hey, appreciate you, Torn. They said the accent go hard. Hey, shout out to KM. Shout out. Let me get KM.
First time here. We appreciate you being here for sure. Appreciate you pulling up, man.
Yes.
Appreciate you.
Wait, they want me to say his name one more time.
Say his full name again.
Oho Egusa Kingsley.
It's that second name. That's where the accent really come out.
Oho Egusa Kingsley.
Wild, bro.
But yeah, so the question is, chat, would you trade 1 year, for $1.05 million? Vino, what are you thinking?
It's tough because the majority of the population will not see $1 million in their lifetime, right? But if I see the $1 million, I want to be able to enjoy it, and I value my freedom more. So I mean, I don't want to be stuck in one place for 365 days, being told what to do, when to do it, how to do it, other people trying to beef, all because I want to turn no money in. That's a tough one because, like, damn, that could do a lot. But it's gonna be able to do a lot for others, and I'm gonna have to sit in the pen and not be able to enjoy it. By the time I come out, it's not even gonna be there.
How you know that?
They gonna get if they want to get the money, they could have got the money, bro. They put it in there. They could have got it out.
What your mama used to say? I brought you into this world.
Yeah, I take you out. For sure, they could have got it. Like that's the thing. Like, let's be realistic here, bro. If they wanted to, they could have went and got that. But I guess they were just doing what they needed to do. I can't sacrifice my freedom for some bread, bro. It's not just any bread. It's $1 million.
Yeah, you acting like it's you.
It's not just. It's not like
an hour.
Yeah, bro. It's just. But the freedom, though.
I mean, freedom is a little overrated, right? Hear me out.
Listen. Well, in this time and age, yeah.
Yeah, freedom is a little over.
Yeah, this time, like shit, like it don't even feel like it. But that's neither here nor there. Yeah, I that's tough. I probably have my freedom.
See, yeah, I mean, which I understand that. I'm gonna be on the side of Oho Ekhosa Kingsley.
The meal.
Yeah. Put me in prison for a year, man.
I'm not mad at it, bro. I'm not mad at it. Lock me up. Throw away the key.
Free me till you see me.
Hey, free rail till it's backwards.
Man, what? Man, and then my people too. I know y'all gonna come see you, boy. Yeah, y'all gonna make sure I don't do that time by myself.
We definitely put money on your books.
Look, sure. I know y'all boys gonna pull up on me in Huntsville.
Definitely put money on your books.
What?
100 piece.
Well, I know every day, every visit, I'm gonna have a different visitor for a year straight because nobody gonna let me do that time by myself.
Nah, not at all, bro. Not at all.
What? No. I might have to. I watched a couple of prison shows. I know what to do in there. You just, you don't bother nobody. I'm gonna join the gang. Yeah, I'm gonna join the gang.
Be protected.
Yeah, I'm gonna join the gang. Yeah, so what? Hey, blood gang, crip gang. I don't know what's gonna be. I'm gonna be in somebody gang.
You gonna get blessed in, or you gonna get jumped in?
I'm blessed. How you get blessed? I don't know. I don't want to get blessed in prison. No, I don't know what that means. No, fight me.
No, they just give you that blessing, like you good, like the word.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if it meant something else.
No. I mean, I can see where you came up with that conclusion.
Yeah,
and I can understand.
I don't want to be blessed.
Nah,
fight me, dog. Fight me, fight me.
We gotta run the ones, run the fade.
But once I, what I'm saying, and then when I get in there, I'm gonna get a job. I'm gonna get a job. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna be in there making license plates. I'm gonna work on food. You know what I'm saying? Make sure I pass out the food to the cellmates or something like that.
I'm mad that you already got a plan.
But I mean, I think about these things. I'm gonna get a job while I'm in there. So let me make sure I'm gonna keep myself busy. You know what I'm saying? That way I can get out more. You know what I'm saying? That way I ain't on 23-hour a day lockdown. You know what I'm saying? I gotta go to work. So that way I get a little bit more freedom. You know what I'm saying?
I get you.
I'm gonna start like a little AAU basketball league. So like all the niggas, that can hoop out there because we can have a little league
prison
going.
Basketball is crazy.
AAU prison basketball is you're gonna probably see some of the best hooping you've ever seen in your life.
100%.
Some of the best hooping.
Hey, free my dog Dre, man. One of the coldest hoopers I've ever seen in my life. He locked up.
Dang. What's
Again at that. Free my dog Dre.
Dre, shout out to Dre, man. Shout out to Dre. Shout out to you. But no, I mean,
free Dre.
Realistically,
man.
1 year in prison for 1.05 million. I'm hypothetically speaking, the money's not being touched. Don't put none of my 1 million on my books. Don't. I don't want commissary. I'll eat the little mashed potatoes.
I don't want to pay no fine after I get out either. Like I don't want to have to pay a fine because I committed fraud. First, let's talk about that real quick. He committed fraud. Like, granted, yes, they made an error, but why am I suffering for y'all error? Somebody should be fired.
Okay, I didn't realize I can click on here and get the whole thing. Okay, so I'll read it real quick. A high court in Edo State has sentenced Nigerian man Oho Ekhosa Kingsley following a case involving a massive bank error that credited his first bank account with $1,507,502. Wait. Oh no, that's a lot of commas. $1,507,502,182.24 nairas.
So yeah, it's 1 point.
Approximately $1 million at current exchange rates. According to the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, Kingsley failed to report the error and instead spent large portions. I didn't know. Spent large portions of the
What did you
money over several months before the transaction was discovered. Prosecutors said a part of the funds was moved through linked accounts and used for personal expenses. The court sentenced him to 1 year imprisonment with an option of a 5 million naira fine. It also ordered the repayment of what's a big number? $272,252,193.59. $193.59, roughly 180,000 US dollars, after investigators confirmed that more than 802 million naira, or about 535,000 US dollars, had already been recovered and returned to the bank. So he spent half of it before they was able to go get it. Yeah, you got to get locked up. Yeah,
bro.
Yeah, you got to get
you
locked
ain't do nothing. You ain't do nothing smart with that. Like one smart thing.
He moved some money.
One smart. Well, that is smart, depending on, because they only got half of it back, right? Is that what they said?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he did something smart with it. He moved it. So I guess that's good. I don't know, man.
I wonder if I said that right too. Naira. I don't know. Chat, let me know if I said that wrong. Is it Nigerian money? Nairas? I don't know. I've never heard it, so I want to make sure I say it correctly. I love to learn stuff like that. So I'm not trying to be funny. I really want to know. It's Naira.
That's the thing. Like, you gonna be in there for that meal? Are you going to be? It's not going to be touched. And even if it's not touched, once I get out, do I have to pay the fine? Like, are you going to be able to enjoy that $1 million?
Yeah. Oh, well, the fine. I must have skipped this part. The equivalent. So the 5 million naira fine is equivalent to about 3,300 US dollars. So out of your $1 million, you only have to pay $3,000 for the fine.
What was the other stuff he had to pay? Because you said a lot of numbers, and it's not 3,300. He just paying.
Yeah, it also ordered the repayment of 272, really roughly 180,000. Oh, they want him to pay 180,000 as well.
And they already, so think about it. They already got half. They got more than half a meal back. You move the other half. So now out of that half, you got to pay at least, what, 180K or 200? Like anywhere between 180 to 200K. And then you got to pay your 3,300. So you paying 203K. And now you only got like 300K left. And that's if they don't end up tracking that and getting that back. That's crazy. You got to join the gang, ask for immunity. Yeah, you not leaving alive. That's facts.
Well, killing me, they ain't gonna get it.
Oh, you missed the whole conversation. And stop. How do you have another name? We got to talk after this, mother.
She do got a whole other. You know, when Xbox generates you a name.
Yeah, like, come on, man. We got to do better. That payment plan for sure is ridiculous. They going to make you pay the rest of your life.
For sure.
They going to get their money back. And then on top of that, once you 6 feet under, they still going to tag you. Like, no, that's what I was saying. It's like,
Mrs. Kingsley is going to be paying that mug.
like that meal sound crazy, or that meal sound great if you're not touching it, if I'm not getting fined. Like, if y'all saying that's my punishment for not paying the money back and I still be able to keep that money, okay, that's one thing. But with all of these committees and stuff, and when you're talking about a financial crime and fraud, shit, they gonna get their money.
You're absolutely right.
They gonna get that money back. So that's why I was like, the meal is great, and nobody gonna touch a meal or a lot of people are not going to be able to see a meal in their lifetime. That's why I was like, the freedom is way better, and I'll just pay that back.
So chat. So I know everybody getting on, and telling me I must ain't been to jail. I wonder if it shows. But what would y'all do? Chat. What would you do? Let me know in the comments. What would you do? Yeah. Would you do 1 year for 1.5 Was it
Zero
for roughly
1.05.
one? I'm just saying 1 million. I'm tired of saying 05 because I don't like saying the 05 because it don't sound
Yeah.
as cool. Like saying,
One
oh, I
one
got
mil
$1.2 million in the bank. It's like you
for a
got to put that
milli.
zero.
Would you
What?
do a
So
year in prison for a milli?
would you do a year in prison for $1 million? Let us know in the comments down below because I gotta know. I gotta know. Is it just me? Am I the only one that's gonna go do that prison time?
And also understand, like, we gotta also put the, like, you getting the meal. Like, no, the million won't get touched. That's your punishment for not returning the money, is you have to go to jail for a year.
Yeah.
It's not going to be anything like how you say his name?
Oho Eghosa Kingsley.
Yeah, it ain't gonna be nothing like what he went through. It's gonna be completely different. Yeah.
Yes,
So
yes, yes,
yes,
yes. And
yes.
and Nigerian prisons probably ain't bad.
Well, think that if you
Or it
want
might
to,
be
bro.
worse.
It might be worse. It might be.
Right.
It
Hey, make
might
sure
be.
that you like and subscribe to like the video. Excuse me. Subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit the bell notification, hit the bell icon, so you will be notified when we go live every Tuesday. Like I said, we are off next week, guys, but we'll be right back the Tuesday after that. So we'll be back with a post Super Bowl show. But today we are going to be focused on the Super Bowl. But before we get to the Super Bowl, one more time, before we get to the Super Bowl, we have to talk about breaking news. Bill Belichick was not voted in to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. This is coming down from the NFL. Adam Schefter tweeted this. I mean, Adam Schefter, whoever, I don't know who broke the story, but somebody broke the story that I think he got 40 of the 50 votes that was needed to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. But Flight, before I ask you your question, I'm not going to do you like DB did you
Yeah,
earlier. I want to
please.
explain how that this works in the NFL, and then for those who don't know how Hall of Fame works. So after a player retire, a player or a coach or whatever, who it might be for everybody actually, but if you retire from the NFL, you have 5 years that you have to wait before you're eligible for
The
the
Hall of Fame.
football Hall of Fame. If you after 5 years, if you are selected, you are considered a first ballot Hall of Famer. That means I got in the moment that I was eligible to get in. Notable names that'll be getting in first ballot Hall of Fame. Tom Brady. I'm sure year 6. Well, because after 5, so year that first year of eligibility, he will be in. Well, at this point, I don't know, but Tom Brady will be in. JJ Watt will be a first ballot Hall of Famer. Of course, Patrick Mahomes, these kind of players are going to be first ballot Hall of Famers. So Bill Belichick, one of the most winningest coaches in the history of football,
Second,
eight
right?
Super Bowls, 8 Super Bowls, 6 as a head coach for the New England Patriots, 2 as a defensive coordinator for the New York Giants. That is a total of 8 Super Bowl peoples. Yes, Tom Brady has 7 championships. Bill Belichick has 8. Let's let that sink in for a little bit. He has 8 Super Bowls. That is insane. He was not voted in to the Hall of Fame. JJ Watt tweeted, I'm going off top of my head, but JJ Watt tweeted something like those 10 people, or maybe it wasn't him. Somebody tweeted, no, it wasn't him. No,
Let me see
somebody
if
else
I can pull
tweeted.
up some hot tweets from that
Yeah,
too.
somebody tweeted that those 10 people should be exposed for what they did. This is a literally a football travesty.
Yeah,
Vino,
that's crazy.
what is your thoughts of Bill Belichick not being a first ballot Hall of Famer?
Dime. It's insane. Like, it's insane. From what I know, that's one of the greatest football minds that I've ever seen, and that's coming from a basketball player. Like, I understand what he's done. That's
So you do know who he is.
Yeah, I do know he is. DB, if you out there listening, I do know who Bill Belichick is. Uh, but also for DB, to put it in NBA terms, that's just like legendary Coach Greg Popovich not being inducted into the Hall of Fame. So it's just crazy. I just don't understand. And the only thing, I guess I'll say this and pose it as a question to you. The only thing I could, I guess, think of is that those 10 people don't think he's the reason why he has his 6 rings. They'll give him the 2, but I mean, this wouldn't be the first time I ever heard anything like that about them saying that Tom Brady is the reason. And we all know that when it comes to winning a ring, it takes a team. But do you think that those 10 people are giving Tom Brady more of the credit than they are giving Bill Belichick and that defense?
That's a very good question. I didn't read anything about this story
Me
except for
either.
the headline and a couple of the tweets that I read. I read nothing on this story, and I was about to before the show, but I say no. I want to get my own opinions, and I go read about it. And I'm sure tomorrow morning when I'm listening to all my sports shows, I'm gonna be hearing it all day long. So this is a little different because I'm getting to form my own opinion because this news broke. What about 4 o'clock before the end of the day, before the end of the work day. So I don't know the reason behind those 10 people, but I would, if I had to take a guess, I don't think what you said is the reason. I don't think that they believe that it was Tom Brady that won those Super Bowls because there's a lot of. Can you do me a favor while I'm doing this? Can you pull up the coaches that did make the Hall of Fame as first ballot? Or can you pull up the list of coaches who were first ballot Hall of Famers? So I don't believe that these coaches. I don't believe that him as a coach didn't get voted in because of his quarterback. Because I'm sure that this list that you're about to tell me has a bunch of people who had great quarterbacks. So I don't think that is what kept him out. What I believe it is.
There's been 5 people.
How many?
5 from what I.
Okay, hold on. Hold on.
Go ahead. Yeah.
What I believe it is the only thing that makes sense to me is the cheating scandals, is the Deflategate and the
Spygate.
Thank you, the Spygate. Thus, that's the only thing that kind of makes sense. But to me, if you're gonna hold him accountable, you're gonna have to hold Thomas Edward Patrick Brady. Is he a second? I think.
Is he a second? Junior, third?
Whatever. But you're going to have to hold him accountable as well.
Yes.
So it'll be interesting to see how they handle that when it gets to that. I didn't read any articles. I don't know what people are saying. But to me, that's the only thing that makes sense is Bill Belichick was the face of Spygate. He was the face. Well, Tom Brady really was more of the face of Deflategate. So, hey, they got their own scandal piece if you want to look at it like that. But who are the coaches, Vino?
So these
are 5 coaches that are first ballot Hall of Famers.
Yeah. So George Halas, 1963, obviously who the trophy is named after, Vince Lombardi in 1971. Legendary Cowboy coach Tom Landry in 1990. Chuck Noll in 1993, and then the all-time, if I'm not mistaken, this is the all-time winningest coach, Don Shula, in 1997.
So historically, I understand it because especially back in those days. Okay, now I'm looking at it a little differently now that because I didn't know that list, so I'm looking at it a little differently nowadays. Because back in those days, a lot of them coaches you said was from like the 60s to I don't even think you said any coach. I think Shula was in the 80s. Well, Shula is the winningest coach. Shula has won the most games. See, this is important. Shula won the most games. I'm sorry. I believe Bill Belichick is the most winningest coach in the history of the sport. He has 8 Super Bowls. Like I don't care about him. I don't care about Shula winning a bunch of regular season games. But Shula was an awesome coach. But a lot of them coaches, I believe Shula was in the 80s. What year was Shula? Does it say next to it?
97.
So Shula was a little later on, but I'm sure he was coaching in the 80s too. But a lot of these coaches, other than Shula, seemed like they were old. Tom Landry, Vince Lombardi, you said Chuck. No, all them guys are like old school coaches. So the Hall of Fame the Hall of Fame pool wasn't as big as it is now.
Now, right.
So yes, I understand why those coaches got in, even though I believe Belichick is better coach than all of them. Of course, Vince Lombardi, the trophy's named after him. You ask me, Belichick should have a trophy named after him. If you ask me, that's another conversation. But Bill Belichick, what he was able to do for the National Football League, what he was able to do with the New England Patriots, it's to me, it's really a joke that he wasn't like. So if the last first ballot Hall of Famer coach was Don Shula, there's no other coach that deserves it more than Bill Belichick.
Yeah, I'm trying to make sure that my facts are.
Bill Belichick was so detailed down to the T. Bill Belichick told his defend DBs if they're playing a team that's wearing white to put on white gloves so they can't even see. It's hard to see if you holding.
Yeah. That's
Talk
elite.
about the attention to detail. He's one of the most remarkable coaches of all time. And people sit here, and I love Tom Brady, and I don't want this to happen to Brady because but this won't happen to Brady because one, Brady is more loved than Bill Belichick. First of all, he's way more loved. The way Bill Belichick exited New England, his young girlfriend going to the college, the relationship he got with Kraft and the owners and stuff like that, the way that he's viewed. You start adding all that, even though that's not supposed to matter. But it's kind of like T.O. I'm not the biggest T.O. fan, but T.O. has crazy statistics. What stopped T.O. from being the first ballot Hall of Famer? The antics, the what they call them, the team destroyer or whatever, where the locker room cancer or whatever you want to call them, going to different teams, always causing issues, always being a diva, always getting into it with teammates. The perception. I'm not saying this is what actually. I'm talking about the perception.
Perception of it.
Yeah, this is the perception. All of that played a factor when it's not supposed to. The Hall of Fame, the Pro Football Hall of Fame, is what did you do when you were on the field? And can you tell the history of the game without this person? Bill Belichick is one, and that's just my Hall of Fame criteria. But to be a first ballot Hall of Famer, you have to be legendary. You have to be one of the best to ever do it. You have to be either the best, one of the best, or the absolute best. And when it came down to winning big games, nobody, and I mean nobody, did it better than Bill Belichick. So for the NFL, between this and Shedeur Sanders, I don't know what story. I don't know what's.
Shedeur getting to the Pro Bowl to replace Drake May.
And we'll go there in a little bit. But I see Jared. What's up, Jared? What's up, man? Appreciate you, brother-in-law, for joining in. The two scandals are the reason they held him out of being a first ballot. Bill is a 6-time. Put him on the screen. I'm sorry. Oh, I got him. The two scandals are the reason they held him out of being a first ballot. Bill is a 6-time Super Bowl winner in the free agency, different versions of the team throughout the dynasty. Which is what I said. I mean, like I said, this is no articles. It had to be the scandals.
It was. Just for your confirmation, they said that from what I was reading, that the two scandals are big reasons as to why that, and they said his record after Tom Brady.
You can't do that though. So he won 2.
Let's see.
Super Bowls as a defensive coordinator. I mean, he did have Lawrence Taylor.
They said
he did have Lawrence Taylor, one of the greatest players of all time. I get it, but
they said the Spygate and Deflategate, and then I'm trying to figure out the rest of them.
Damn. As far as scandals, that was it.
Yeah, it was just them. It was just the scandals, but they were talking about the wins too. But yeah, I mean, somebody stated that politics kept him out. So,
and that's what I mean by the stuff that don't matter to what's on the football field. That you're right. The politics. I just didn't say the P word, but the politics is what I was talking about. All that extra stuff that's been happening since he moved on from the National Football League. In a sense, because when he didn't get hired in that next coaching cycle, and granted, Bill Belichick, he's stubborn, he has his ways. That's why I think what he did when he was trying to recreate his image, that's why he was on the roast. That's why he was doing interviews to rebuild his image. And I appreciate him for that because we saw a side of Bill Belichick that we didn't know existed. The players probably seen this side of him, but we didn't know that Bill Belichick was actually funny. He is actually hilarious.
Right.
I'm sure he ain't got that young girlfriend off of his looks. And I'm sure some of it has to do with his money. But Bill Belichick seems like an awfully cool person to be around. But it's just when he's strictly football, he just has a certain way of doing things. But you cannot. But what I was gonna say. Oh, the point of his record without Tom Brady. That's what I was gonna address.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot do that because yes, he's had Tom Brady for all them years, but it was what he was doing as a coach that got them first 3 Super Bowls.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like it's as a coach, it was him with putting together an amazing defense. You know, it was him that handled the personnel. It was him that made sure Tom was ready to go when Drew Bledsoe got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Because as a head coach, that's what your job is, to get anybody ready. We found out. You just found out in the AFC Championship game how hard it is to win with a backup.
Yeah. We just saw it.
You just saw it. And what was Tom Brady?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
He
was the backup.
So that's great coaching to even get to that point. That's the first thing. When it comes to the scandals, this is the problem I have with them using the scandals to not make him a first ballot Hall of Famer. And then I just thought about something that I think is really why they did this. You cannot do that because you're going to set a precedent. Because now, if you're telling me you're going to keep him from being a first ballot Hall of Famer because of scandals, you have to hold Tom Brady to the exact same standard.
Yes.
I want to say that again. If you're going to hold the scandals against Bill Belichick, then you're going to have to do the same thing when it comes to Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr. I don't know if he's a junior, y'all, but whatever. You're gonna have to. That's why I feel like they shouldn't have done that. But when is Tom Brady up for the Hall of Fame?
It should be when he retired. Let's see.
He's been doing this for 2 years now. So is he? He's been sports caller for 2 years. I think last year was his first. Did he take a break off? Did he take a year? I think he took a year off between. He didn't go straight from NFL.
So he's not eligible until 2028. 2028. He retired for good in 2023.
They might be trying to get him in together.
So when you are eligible, you just have to wait a year, or do you have to wait a certain amount of time? You just wait till the next year, right?
When you're eligible after your 5 years.
I'm saying your first, so you got your first ballot, so the first one, like the Hall of Fame, right? He didn't get that. So does he have to wait for the next year, or is it like another?
It becomes a yearly thing.
It becomes a yearly thing.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Like people it's going to raise more and more hell each year he's not in.
There's no way he cannot get in next year.
There's no way.
Absolutely. And if I'm Bill Belichick, I'm doing it to you. I'm not going.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going. Like Bill, I'm not going to this. I'm not going to be represented in front of people. This is one of the highest honors you can get when you're going into football heaven. Mm-hmm. Now, once you get in, it doesn't matter. Like nobody's in there like first ballot, second ballot. Like amongst the player, Dion and all of them, nobody cares about that once you're in. Huh?
You a Hall of Famer.
You're a part of the greatest team of all time.
Yeah.
like you are immortalized in football heaven or basketball, whatever sport. You're immortalized in that sport's heaven. You will be remembered for centuries to come. And a first ballot is the highest honor of that heaven. And y'all just robbed Bill Belichick from it.
Absolutely.
Let me see. Jared said something else. Press conferences with short or no answers also could have made media members not like him, but shouldn't have counted against him. Right, I agree, Jared. Like all that stuff, but he's not the only one that does that type of stuff. So Sean Payton, and I want to make sure we're not talking about him getting in the Hall of Fame. He's going to get in the Hall of Fame, but we're talking, strictly first ballot. So you mean like people do that, man? But that was who Bill was. I just hate that for Bill. I really do. I hate that for Bill Belichick.
Just a little read because I got a couple tweets pulled up, but real quick, they said that somebody who is a prominent member on the board, that votes on who is elected into the Hall of Fame by the name of Bill Polian, was reportedly the reason why Bill Belichick was not voted as a first round Hall of Famer. Obviously, he has denied those rumors, but yes, it's been reported that he is the reason why he did not get into the first ballot of Hall of Fame. So, because of Deflategate and Spygate, they're saying that was Bill's reason as to why he shouldn't get in.
Yeah,
but some tweets from people about Bill Belichick not making it in. Even went to the NBA realm. LeBron James, anytime something happened about a great, and if it's a snub, he got to speak on it. LeBron said, "Man, there's no way I read that right. Ain't no way Bill Belichick ain't first ballot Hall of Fame. That's
LeBron.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's impossible, egregious, and quite frankly disrespectful." JJ Watt, I can't be reading this right. This has to be some knockoff Hall of Fame or something. It can't be the actual NFL Hall of Fame. There's not a single world whatsoever in which Bill Belichick should not be a first ballot Hall of Famer. Ryan Clark, Bill Belichick not being a first ballot Hall of Famer means that no coach should ever be. It means that the voters have decided there isn't a coaching resume that warrants first ballot consideration. He is the greatest, most accomplished coach of all times. This is egregious. Let's see. Robert Griffin. If Bill Belichick isn't a first ballot NFL Hall of Famer, then no one should be. It's pretty, which it seems like everybody is on the same boat, and rightfully so.
Well, everybody except the 10 people who didn't vote.
Except for the 10 people.
Anybody with common sense should have known that this is done. And I agree with a lot of them. If that's the case, then the Andy Reeds that are coming up, the Sean Paytons, the Mike McCarthy's, and the Mike Tomlins, and the Harbaughs, and all of them guys that are gonna Sean McVay, all these guys that are brilliant. Mike McDonald if he wins on Sunday. Who was playing Sunday? Mike Vrabel if he wins on Sunday. Like a lot of these guys that are gonna go on to have all these young coaches are gonna go on to have amazing careers. Like if I'm looking at this, I'm like, wow, like that's how they see you. It's like I don't know. I feel like scandal or not, like Bill Belichick was never suspended for the Spygate or whatever, and Tom Brady was actually suspended for Deflategate.
Yes.
So NFL, what are you gonna do with your precious Tommy boy?
They gonna put him in for sure. They gonna have to. They gonna have to. They're gonna now. They're gonna have to hold him to the same standard they held Bill Belichick if that's the reason why he didn't get in. But they're not. But they're gonna look even worse when that come around. But then by that time, who knows if the committee gonna be the same?
I feel like I already know the answer to this, but do you believe Bill Belichick should be a first ballot Hall of Famer? Let us know in the comments below because we have to know what y'all are thinking because this is a travesty. But of course, Bill Belichick what probably hurt his case, and the reason why this came out today, what probably hurt his case is that his team is right back in the Super Bowl. As we have our Super Bowl 60 Seattle Seahawks versus the New England Patriots. This is the rematch. The last time that these two teams met, it was a classic football game that ended with a horrible decision by one team and an amazing play by the other team. I'm talking about the Seahawks not giving the ball to Marshawn Lynch, and I'm talking about Malcolm Butler making an interception on the 1-yard line to win the Super Bowl. So I do think this matchup is going to be awesome. This matchup is going to be amazing. A lot of people are saying, oh, this is going to be one of the most lowest rated Super Bowls. There's no superstars. There's no storylines. Bull crap. There's a lot of storylines in this Super Bowl. Let's just start with Seattle. Seattle is back in the Super Bowl oh my God. Sorry guys. I didn't realize how I spelled Seahawks. Oh my God! What the world? I'm sorry.
Seahawks.
Yeah. I'm glad I caught it before somebody else tried to roast me. Okay, there we go. I apologize, y'all. Let me get back to it. So, the Seahawks. The storyline with the Seahawks is the Seattle Seahawks are back in the Super Bowl after claiming the #1 seed. Sam Darnold what a story he has been. Was with the Minnesota Vikings last year, won 14 games with the Minnesota Vikings last year, lost the last game of the season, which would have made them the number 1 seed, if I'm not mistaken. And then he went and lost the first game in the playoffs. After that season, the Minnesota Vikings decided they were going to trust their rookie quarterback that was injured, JJ McCarthy, and then Seattle picked up Sam Darnold, of course, and now we're here in the Super Bowl. Sam Darnold has played on
Great
several
story.
teams. A lot of people have counted Sam Darnold out. The Jets, the Panthers, the Rams. He's played on so many different teams. And here we are with another 14-win season, the number 1 seed, and just punched his ticket by playing the best game of his career against Matthew Stafford and the Los Angeles Rams to punch his ticket to Santa Clara, California to play the New England Patriots. That's enough story. Jackson Smith Najigma in his second year, I think his second year, wide receiver out of Ohio State, coming in and took the whole league by storm, played amazing in the NFC Championship game. The defense is tough. The offense is efficient. They're going to be a tough matchup in this game because they are a great all-around football team. Now, moving on to the New England Patriots side of all of this. Drake May in his second season, Mike Vrabel with his first year as a head coach was able to get this team to a was it record 11th or 12th Super Bowl? I think the Patriots, I think it's 11. I think this is the 11th Super Bowl that they are playing.
Let's see.
But okay, well, just correct me when you find it, Vino. But getting this team to their 11th Super Bowl, Mike Vrabel has an opportunity to become the first coach. He won't be the first coach as a former player to win a Super Bowl, but he will be the first coach that was a former player to win a Super Bowl with the same team that he played with.
That's elite.
That's elite. That's elite. That's why we was hoping D'Amico Ryans would have did it because it would have been the same concept.
Texans. Yep,
anyway, I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah, because it should be us, but that's neither here nor there.
Make it to the Super Bowl, huh?
Yeah, I'm about to say it should be us, but that's neither here nor there.
That's neither here nor there. I don't want to talk about it. No. I'm still recovering. But the New England Patriots, Drake May second year, like I said, Mike Vrabel first year. A great defense. Stephon Diggs. I put on Facebook I put on Facebook the other day. Stephon Diggs, listen to me. Diggs, if you have any more of that pink dust, please give me some so that I can give it to my quarterback because whatever you were smoking or ingesting that day has got you playing out of this world. So I need some of that pink dust. Tell Cardi, whoever you got it from, one of the little hoochies on the boat, somebody, I need some of that pink dust so I can give it to my quarterback. But anyways, shout out to Stephon Diggs, though, all jokes aside, for coming up short so many times. And now he has an opportunity to play in the biggest game of the year. This defense is amazing. They kind of been squeaking by. They had the Chargers were the number 5 defense. The Texans were the number 1 defense. The Broncos were top 5 defense. And now they're going up against another. So you're talking 5 top defenses. The Patriots have to play 4 of them. Wherever the rankings are, however you want to, where they at, the Patriots will have to play 4. If he wins this Super Bowl, he would have defeated 4 of the top 5 defenses to win this championship.
I'm intrigued. Just to answer your previous question, this is their 12th time.
So this is the record 12th time. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, so Mike Vrabel, rookie head coach for his former team, taking the Patriots to their 12th Super Bowl. That's a record, right? I don't think nobody else has been 12 times.
That is the record.
Yeah, thank you. So, Vino, what is your take on this Super Bowl? I don't know why people are saying it's not going to be it's going to be a low-rated game. And then, most importantly, Bad Bunny at halftime is going to boost the ratings.
It's going to be crazy.
It's going to be good. But what's your take on the Super Bowl? Just kind of following these teams throughout the year.
I think it's great. I mean, Drake May, after having a rough rookie year, to be able to get a head coach like Mike Vrabel, who, from what I've heard, from what I've read, from what I've seen, seems to be a player's coach. And obviously, when you are a former player, it is I ain't gonna say easy to coach, but it's easier to relate to the players because you actually have been in their shoes, opposed to coaches who may know the game but have never actually been in those moments. They just know the X's and O's. So Mike Vrabel is a player's coach, and to see him get there in his first season, especially after having terrible seasons down in Tennessee, getting smacked up by them Texans, I guess he probably brought a little bit of that energy into that game against us. But once again, that's neither here nor there. But it's dope to see see them go. And obviously, like you said, echo on what you said, Stephon Diggs getting there. I was a huge Stephon Diggs fan back when he was in Minnesota. So to see him actually get a shot is great to see. But also, Sam Darnold's story is amazing. Sam Darnold's story is amazing too. Playing that Jets uniform and just be terrible. The Jets haven't been great in ever, for what it seems like. And then go to Carolina and not really have much success there, but then be able to find your footing by obviously everybody has to have some luck in these sports. And you know, the Vikings drafting JJ McCarthy, they planned on starting him, but he ended up getting hurt. So Sam Darnold was able to come in and thrive, which ended up getting this contract with Seattle. And basically just saying, Minnesota, this could have been you, essentially. But amazing story for Sam Darnold. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing, both these quarterbacks go at it. And the Patriots defense has been actually very good this postseason from what I've seen. So it's going to be interesting. I don't want to see another defensive game. I really don't. But I got a feeling it's going to be another defensive one. I think whoever hits 21st is going to win.
I believe that the way that Seattle's offense has been efficiently going, I think this game will be in the mid to upper 20s. I'm so excited. I don't know who I want, man, and I know we have to do this early. I wish we could did this next week. I can have some time to kind of sit on it. I forgot who my Super Bowl prediction was. I know when we do our post Super Bowl show, we'll go back and look and see what I said, and then I know I was not as good as I've been the last couple years with my predictions, but the one of the things I did get right was New England making the Super Bowl. I mean New England making the playoffs. I knew that this would be one of them teams that would turn it around this year. Now, I did not think they were going to go to the Super Bowl. I'm not taking credit for that, but I knew that they would be one of those teams that would get into the wild card and go off and maybe win a playoff game. I just knew that they had that kind of energy with them. But they proved me wrong in the sense that they were the number 2 seed in the country and also made it to the Super Bowl. So we'll
Who did the Pats play in the playoffs again?
Huh?
Who did the Pats play in the playoffs again? They played
the Chargers, the Texans, the Broncos.
So just going off of, I just went to look up the defensive statistics, like the rankings. The Chargers were ninth in the league in defense. And then the Texans 2, Broncos 3.
I think they said that Seattle had the real, yeah.
Seahawks is 1.
I think they said our defense was number 1 because of we were the number 1, I believe, scoring defense.
Yeah, that's what, because it has the scoring thing and it has the Texans 1,
which is what's important because you're not scoring on us.
Yeah, you're not scoring. But the way this Pro Football Reference has it, Seattle's number 1, but the Patriots are also number 4. So, like I said, whoever gets to 20 is definitely winning, I feel like.
Yeah, I think it's gonna go over there. I think Drake May is gonna end up playing. I mean that New England game, that Texans game, it was dang near snowing. I can't remember if it was snowing or was it dang near snow. I know it was cold in the mug. And then the Broncos game was bad weather. So being in Santa Clara, it's gonna be a beautiful weather. I think the Patriots they'll get their offense back on track. Because remember, let's not forget, people, Drake May is an MVP candidate. It's between him and Stafford.
Yep.
So that lets you know he can play. So I do think this game is going to be a 29-32, possibly 28. I think they're gonna put up some points in this Super Bowl, which is gonna be exciting. So I'm definitely ready for the Super Bowl. I cannot pick a winner just yet. I don't know, man. If I had to go off my really good, I think who I would like to see win, Man, I would love for both of these guys to get a victory because I love the Seahawks story. I love Darnold's story. I was not a believer in him, so he's definitely made me a believer. I don't think he's gonna be this elite quarterback that you just have to watch out for, but he could be. He could come back next season and do the exact same thing.
Yeah, he
So
could.
I've been against the Seahawks because I did think the Rams were going to win that ball game on Sunday. So right
I thought
now,
so too.
right now, and then the organization know that they should have beat the Patriots last time. I'm probably going to say the Seattle Seahawks will win Super Bowl 60. 28-25.
Mm.
No, 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 no. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. The Seattle Seahawks will win the Super Bowl 31-27.
Hmm. So you think it's gonna be a high scoring
I
affair?
do. I do. I think the score, I think you're looking at 31-27. And I think it'll be one of them games where it's gonna be nipped like tight all the way through. Late third, early fourth is gonna be explosive.
That's when it's going. Okay, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I would love to see a game like that.
Yeah,
I would
that's
love
what
to
I'm
see a
that's what
game
I'm
like
thinking.
that.
Yeah, I think after Bad Bunny perform, yeah, boy's gonna be hyped in.
You're gonna be turned up.
But these are
Yeah,
these are these are a few. So of course, with the Super Bowl is one of the biggest games in all of American sports. It is probably the staple. This is the game that everybody in our country, not everybody, but a third of our country tune in to watch. Whether you're watching for the Super Bowl commercials, whether you're watching for the halftime performer, or whether you're watching to see your favorite team or just to see football in general, this is one of the biggest games. This is everybody, even the girls who don't watch football, they're gonna be tuned in. The nerds who waiting to want to watch the Avengers Doomsday trailer that's gonna premiere during the Super Bowl, they're gonna watch the Super Bowl. Everybody is watching the Super Bowl. And that's where you get all these interesting Super Bowl facts. It's so much fun reading these facts every year. And I just want to share a few with y'all. Then we got one more thing to go with the Super Bowl as well. But these are just a couple facts. I'm not going to read. This is 16 facts. This is off of picture is on granite.com. I don't know what that is, but these are true facts though. So you think you're a big Super Bowl fan, find out these 16 interesting facts. Like I said, I'm not reading all 16 facts, but um Super Bowl Sunday is the second largest day for food consumption in the United States. Flight, do you know what number one is?
I have no idea.
You do. Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is the
I
number
felt like it was
one.
gonna be something stupid.
I know that's why I knew you was gonna do a little bit more complex thinking with it. But
Yeah,
yes, the
it
Super
was
Bowl is
Thanksgiving.
the second largest food consumption day in America, which is if you really think about how much food is consumed on Super Bowl Sunday, like think about how much people eat on Thanksgiving.
That's a lot of food.
A
That's all
hundred
them
and
damn
eleven
parties.
111 million viewers watched in 2011, making it the most watched television program in American history.
Damn.
The cost for placing this is the cost for placing a commercial in the Super Bowl is more expensive than any other television event. The average cost is 2.8 million for 30 seconds of time. In 1967, when this first Super Bowl was played, commercials only cost between 75,000 and 85,000 for a 1 minute commercial.
Wow. Wow.
The Super Bowl
2.8.
the Super Bowl holds 9 of the 10 spots for the most watched TV broadcasts of all time in the US. The San Francisco 49ers are the only team to have played in more than one Super Bowl and to have no losses. They are currently at 5 wins and no losses.
Mm.
Uh, da, 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 da. And the last one was during Super Bowl. What number is this? I can't remember, but y'all remember the Harbaugh Bowl. Two brothers were the head coaches of the opposing teams. It was the first time this happened in the Super Bowl and in the NBA, MLB, or NHL, and also the first time in any postseason game for all major professional sports. I don't even know of any other brother that was coaches.
No, I don't either.
In any NBA that you know of off the top of your head?
Brothers? No.
Yeah. Brother coaches?
Outside of Jeff and Stan Van Gundy.
Mm, mm, mm. That's a good
Outside of
one. That's a
them,
good one.
but I don't think they ever. They've never obviously they've never
Yeah. I
faced each other
remember
in playoffs or anything.
I just think it's so interesting with the Super Bowl. And I don't think I had read it, but I don't need to read it because I looked at it, guys. The cheapest ticket to go to Super Bowl 60 in Santa Clara the other day was $7,560 something bucks on Ticketmaster. That was in the 400 section in Santa Clara.
That's insane. That's insane.
That's where WrestleMania is getting it from.
1000%.
Because people are buying it. I get how people get so upset because they're pricing out the average family, but they're selling out. Like, if as a company, you would do the same thing. Like, I mean, yeah, my tickets would be $200, but if people are willing to spend $5, $6, $7, $8,000 for a ticket,
Why not?
then I'm gonna raise the price.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Sorry.
And business wise, it makes sense.
Business wise, yes, but of course, with it being in Santa Clara, I think it's in Santa Clara, California this year.
Yeah.
Then I think they go to Atlanta, Georgia next year, and then they come back to LA in 2028. I think those are your next 3 locations. So picking a Super Bowl location is so important because just like we were talking about, the New England Patriots had to go play in the snow. They played in the snow in Denver. They played in the snow in New England. Like, and that's why having home field advantage is so important because you have to go to these cold weather cities. But the Super Bowl does not want the weather to play a factor as much as it can to play a factor in its sport. And so when they're picking cities for their Super Bowl, there are a lot of requirements that go into your city hosting a Super Bowl. Of course, these conversations start out years beforehand. Houston has hosted two. Let me rephrase that. NRG Stadium has hosted 2 Super Bowls. Both of them had the Tom Brady in them. And Coach Belichick. The New England Patriots and the Carolina Panthers, amazing. And then the famous 28-3 comeback was at an NRG as well, if I'm not mistaken. So picking a stadium is a process, and certain stadiums have to meet certain requirements. And so I found a list of requirements that you would need as a stadium in order to host the Super Bowl.
Okay.
The host stadium must be in a market that hosts an NFL team. Simple. So they're not gonna have it in Austin, Texas, because there's no NFL team there. Right. The host stadium must have a minimum. I didn't know this one. The host stadium must have a minimum of 70,000 seats. The host stadium must have specific media and electrical amenities. I don't know really what that means.
That makes sense. They got to make sure that they got to make sure that everybody that's going to report on the Super Bowl, home, away teams, influencers,
they have enough
news coverage. Everybody is able to do such.
Gotcha. Okay, thank you. The host stadium must have, this is the big one. The host stadium must have an average game day temperature of at least 50 degrees Fahrenheit. If the temperature is below this, the stadium must have a domed roof or receive a waiver from the league. The host stadium must have at least 35,000 parking spaces within 1 mile of the stadium.
Okay.
The host stadium must have practice space of equal and comparable quality for both teams within a 20-minute drive of the stadium.
Okay.
2 more. The host stadium must have hotel spaces equaling 35% of the stadium's capacity within 1 hour of the stadium. It's a lot of requirements. And then last,
it makes sense.
It does. No, everything.
It all makes sense, but that's a lot. It's extensive.
The host stadium must have space for the entire NFL game day experience, including a large pregame entertainment area and space for all other events that take place during Super Bowl week in areas such as golf courses and bowling alleys. That's it. So that makes sense because when me and Chaz went to LA for the LeBron and the Lakers game at, was it Crypto then? Or was it still Staples? at crypto, and we went. LeBron played the Lakers played the Knicks the week before the Super Bowl, but the Super Bowl stuff had already got started, and so the Super Bowl they needed all that area because we were at the stadium. I'm looking at all the statues. Ooh, look at Shaq. Ooh. That's Jerry West. I'm having a great time with the Shaq statue. Is so cool hanging off the building. But we were looking at all that, but right across the street, right across the way, Mark Sanchez was doing an interview, and Marcus Allen. They were literally. I'm watching them do an interview. So that Super Bowl space is what they're talking about that they need. It will never probably come back to Houston because we don't. I just think the city that's why they're trying to. That's why teams are building stadiums. Everybody wants to host the Super Bowl. It boosts your city's economy for the entire weekend. There's just interesting things though about the Super Bowl. Like it's just that time of the year, man. Like it's just an honor to be in the Super Bowl. It's like I said, one of the biggest games, the biggest performances. Oh, and of course the one that I didn't read this, I didn't have this listed, but the big one I was getting ready to say something about Bad Bunny. Every artist that performs in the Super Bowl doesn't get paid.
Yeah.
No artist gets paid for performing at the Super Bowl. And let's just say this before we get out of here, Vino. Y'all, Bad Bunny is performing at halftime. We know you don't understand his music. We get that. Guys, they gave you Ice Cube. I mean, they gave you Dr. Dre. They gave you Usher. They gave you Rihanna. They gave you The Weeknd. They gave you Coldplay, Bruno Mars. They gave you who was last year, Vino?
Kendrick.
Thank you. They gave you Kendrick Lamar. Let's let our Latino brothers and sisters have this one. Okay? Let's let our Latino brothers and sisters have this halftime show. Bad Bunny is a phenomenal performer. And and I don't understand his music, but from what my Latino brothers and sisters say,
it's turned.
It's turned. It's going to be a great show.
It's going to be a great show.
We do not need you getting on Facebook and talking about why the NFL did this and they shouldn't have done this. The show not in Spanish. I mean, the show not in English. Why we ain't got no subtitles? Who got the tacos? We don't want to hear none of that, okay? We want y'all to focus and let our Latino brothers and sisters have this moment. Bad Bunny performing at the Super Bowl is going to be culturally amazing. Now, I know how people do. I hope you don't. I don't need him to make political statements. I heard something about he was possibly going to wear a dress to just to poke people and make them mad. You know, I've been hearing like stuff. ICE is going to be at the game. I don't care. None of that is important, guys. They're going to try to do everything that they can to block this moment. Don't feed into it. Like you already got the strong conservative people that's already going to have a problem with this. But let's not forget, they had a problem with you listening to Kendrick. They had a problem with you with Usher. They had a problem with all these other performers because they wasn't they wasn't their kind of music. There's no country art. We're not watching Morgan Wallen at the Super Bowl. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
He makes great music.
But yeah, you don't want to hear
unless it's the remix with him and Twister, so all the women can do line dances. You're not gonna hear him at the Super Bowl.
That is. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
We don't want Morgan. I'm sorry, you don't want that. Bad Bunny is gonna be amazing. I cannot wait. I'm not gonna understand a word he's saying, but since I've been DJing, I've been getting more Latino music. I've been hearing more of his music. It bumps.
I'm gonna be turned.
I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm gonna enjoy it. I just want other black people to be there to support them. I'm not gonna say black people. I just want other people to support them, like how they supported us and listened to Usher and listened to Kendrick and all this stuff as well. So I just hope.
I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a great.
I think he's going to kill it, bro.
He's going to go crazy. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing Bad Bunny.
And I don't know about you, and maybe he doesn't pop on my algorithm because I don't. But I haven't really heard much from him.
I mean, yeah, he's not in my algorithm like that. But I mean, when I do see him, it's always popping.
But you would normally start getting like Super Bowl previews, like even like the National Football League and stuff like that. They would start like like a commercial or like a post or something? Like I
I
haven't.
mean, to
It's
be
been
honest,
radio silent.
I didn't really see much from Kendrick when they announced it. They announced it. They did his commercial, and you didn't hear from him until the Super Bowl.
Usher
So
was everywhere.
well, yeah, because Usher was still doing his residency, wasn't he?
Yeah,
That was for him getting ready to announce a tour too. So,
yeah.
like, we knew he was getting ready to announce a tour, which is why he was doing that whole run. And his residency, we knew it was coming to end, so he could tour. So yeah, Usher was everywhere, but yeah, like Kendrick's, he wasn't around throughout that time until Super Bowl.
Right, right. So and so whatever, and whatever he didn't say nothing. We just hope that
He
he has
going
a
crazy.
great. He gonna
I
go
know he
crazy.
going crazy. He gonna go
He's gonna
crazy.
go crazy. Now, Vino, one last thing, bro. I want
Yeah.
just a little quick 5-10 minute quick convo. We brought it up earlier, and I didn't want to forget about it. Shador Sanders was named to a Pro
Yes.
Bowl this week. We
Yes.
having fun with football. Let's stick here. Let's talk about it because this is a big deal. I got a couple quick thoughts on this, but Shador Sanders was named to a Pro Bowl as an alternate to replace Drake May because obviously Drake May had something better to do. So, what when you seen the news, Vino? What was like your initial thoughts when you first heard that Shador Sanders was named to the Pro Bowl?
Really? That was my exact thought.
That's a real first thought.
That's a legitimate first thought. Was really? And then my next thought was, why? Like, I don't understand why. Now, I mean, great. There's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can say that can take away the fact that you got picked. You got chosen. They could have chose anybody else. They chose you. So shout out to Shador. Like, I mean, Shador had a rough year, a lot of stuff he had to deal with. He had a couple of good games. I mean, obviously, Baltimore Ravens loved him because he won the game that he needed to win against the Steelers. So, I mean, with time he'll be great, but I just didn't understand why. But also, shout out to Shador. Like, I don't know why, but I'm not angry at it. Like,
I don't think I'm angry. I'm sorry. What's that?
I'm sorry. I just didn't understand like why he got selected.
Yeah, I'm not angry at it, but I'm angry at what people are trying to do.
Meaning, because I haven't looked much into it. So what do you mean by that?
So I think when it comes to Shador Sanders making the Pro Bowl, first of all, my reaction was like, whoa. My first thought was, how many people said no before they got to him?
Right.
My second thought was, did they get to him before CJ Stroud? Or was they going to ask CJ Stroud after he said no?
Because that's going to say a lot.
That's going to say a lot. So those were my initial thoughts. But then I want to preface this by saying, like, I was not a believer of Shador Sanders being a first overall pick like Cam Ward. But I also don't think he should have been a 5th-round pick either. I really liked him going to the Pittsburgh or the Giants in those spots later in the first round. So for him to go 5th round, I thought was insane. That was something I did not anticipate. I did not expect, and I don't think he was a 5th round talent. I think he was way better than Dylan Gabriel, and Dylan Gabriel got drafted in the 3rd round. Tyler Shuh is in New Orleans. Now, Tyler ended up becoming something. He got New Orleans on a winning streak towards the end of the season, so shout out to Tyler Shuh. But I don't even think Tyler Shuh was better than Shador Sanders. I want to get all that out the way. Now, Shador Sanders making a Pro Bowl, he didn't have a Pro Bowl season, first of all. Second, what makes me angry is the Shador fan club. It's like the Dallas Cowboys. We don't have a problem with the Cowboys.
It's the fans.
It's the fans. So I'm on social media and I'm seeing things like, y'all said he wasn't gonna do this, he ain't gonna do this, he ain't gonna do. But guess what? He a Pro Bowler. Like,
it's like I hear you. I hear you. But he ain't really a Pro Bowler. you know, say like
you
I
can't take
hear
it away
you.
from him.
You can't take it. We can't
him.
take it
And
away
he can
from
use
you.
it in contract negotiations.
He absolutely can.
And I'm happy he gets to experience that. He's gonna go and play flag football, which he's probably gonna do really well in that game. I mean, he's to me, Shador is a very accurate thrower. I believe he's gonna have a great second season. I do. If he given the opportunity, if he's able to actually go to camp and come in as a starter and be and have like an actual chance to learn the system and be believed in, I do think he will have a great second season. But as far as Pro Bowl, like let's calm down a little bit, fans and fan club, because let's be happy that he's a Pro Bowler, but let's not blow this out of proportion because
Right.
17 people probably said no before he said yes.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So
I mean, you asked me, it should have been Davis Mills. Davis Mills should have been a Pro Bowler before Shador Sanders. Davis Mills was 3-0 as a starter.
Yeah, he was important to our season.
Yeah. He should be a Pro Bowler over Shador Sanders, but that's neither here nor there. I just say let's calm down, people. Let's celebrate him, but let's not be like, well, we told y'all this and that. And we don't need all that. You know, that's why people look down on him because of the fans. You know, it's like, is it going to be one of the people that you're always going to make excuses for? Because we make excuses for players that we like.
Right.
You know, that goes for all sports. That's not just football.
Every
we make
single
excuses. Like, and this is just an example, but people say, "Oh, well, C.J. Stroud, what do you expect him to do? He don't have a line." Okay, but when we were winning, y'all didn't say nothing about this line.
What changed?
So, I just think that Shador Sanders, this is a great opportunity for him to be out there with these other legendary players to play in a flag football game, which is flag is growing as a major sport in America today. But I'm so happy for him. I'm so thankful for him to be able to get out there and get that. Let's just calm down on the fandom. Let's just celebrate his accomplishment, but let's not go with the "I told you so's." You didn't tell us so. You didn't tell. I think that's what irritates me. You didn't tell us so. Like you didn't tell us so. Like he's a Pro Bowler. You know, it's a little different nowadays. It ain't the same as it used to be. But you know, I hope he has a great. I know they'll play this Sunday, so we'll be watching it. Be watching and see what he do on this Sunday in the flag football game. So I think he's gonna do very well because he's throwing on no pass rush or nothing like that. So. He's a very accurate thrower of the football, so we'll see. I'm excited to see what Shador Sanders does on this week. But fans, calm down. Y'all don't know what y'all talking about. Y'all ain't hyping nobody up. Y'all ain't proving nobody wrong. Like you just want to prove white people so wrong because they wrote bad stories about them. Want to, just it's okay, guys. It's okay. I promise you, it's okay to give him his praise without all the extra.
It is. It's okay.
It's not all it is. It's okay. But
it's okay.
But nonetheless, though. Like I said, guys,
it's mind-boggling to me.
It's incredible. It's incredible how I just want to know how many people said no. Like that's what I really want to know.
I don't think I really want to know that as much as I would want to know. I would want to know the other one first. Like, did you ask CJ before or after? That's what I would want to know. Because it would answer all the questions that I have. If you say they asked CJ before, okay. If you say they asked him after, though, as a Texans fan, I'm alarmed.
Yeah. I agree. but like I said, guys, the Super Bowl is in 2 weeks, not this Sunday, y'all. The Pro Bowl games are this Sunday, so make sure you tune in to watch that. The Super Bowl will be next Sunday. I want to say the game normally starts about 5. I don't know. I thought I saw something about the game being at a different time this year. Let me look at it real quick.
Nah, I mean, because it is in Cali, so it'll be a 3 p.m. kickoff time for them.
For them,
for them, but it's still going to be 5 because
Five.
you still
Okay.
got to be
Thank
able.
you. Thank you.
You still got to be able to appeal to the East Coast as well, which would be 6 for them. So
I know. I thought I saw 3:00 somewhere. But that's the Western. You're right.
Yeah, it's West Coast.
But Super Bowl next week, guys. Let us know who you taking in that game. Are you taking the Seattle Seahawks? Are you taking the New England Patriots? It's going to be a fun game, guys. I hope I got you. If you wasn't excited about the game before, I hope listening to this show got you a little excited about the game. There are storylines, guys. There are storylines. There are stars. There are future stars that will be born after this game. You're talking either superstar coaches out of Mike McDonald, or Mike Vrabel. So you have superstar coaches, you have superstar quarterbacks. Sam Darnold's only 28 years old. Guys, he can still play for another 10, 12 years. He can become a superstar on Sunday. Drake May can become a superstar. Guys, you don't have, like, sometimes games make the players, and this is the game that's going to make them. So I hope I got y'all excited to watch that show. Watch the game on Sunday. Don't forget to like this video if you've been here. We thank everybody for being a part of the video. If you were in the comment section, thank you for being a part of the conversation. We always appreciate that. Shout out to KM, who was in here earlier as a first-time viewer. That show, that we love that, to show us some love, to be a part of the show. I know in the next couple months I'm getting me a heat press machine, y'all, so I can start making shirts and crap, and so we can start sending that crap out for stuff like that when you're a first time viewer and stuff. So KM, hopefully you subscribe to the channel if you wasn't already. It's a lot of content on the page for anybody that's out there. I'm trying to do sports, trying to do movies, trying to do just random content crap, man. Just having a lot of fun with the Don't Cancel Me page, my goal, and I know Flight's goal as well. We want to make it, the vision is big, to make it as big as we can, to get as much viewership as we can. I love the comments, man. The comments is what gets me going. It's what makes me want to do it, because now I got to have a conversation with you. Now I gotta go back and forth with you. Besides all the negative comments that we both get on our videos. Yeah, I'm sure where they be like, this guy doesn't know anything. I hate when they talk about.
I'm glad. I'm glad that it triggered you. Appreciate the engagement. Keep commenting on how I don't understand anything, bro.
But I mean, like, you can be like, don't be like this guy, like you're talking to someone, like, it's my video. Say you don't know what you're talking about. Yeah. It's so disrespectful for you to be like, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about.
The least you could do is say, like, at least tag me.
Tag me or say you.
Tag me or say you.
Like, what are you talking about? Don't be like, what is this guy talking about?
Like, you a hoe.
Like, you had to do me like
you that. You couldn't even address me on my own video.
That is insane. That is insane.
I ain't even think about it like that, bro. That shit just pissed me off. Hey, fuck y'all for whoever do that shit, man.
Because somebody commented on my superhero video, I think on Instagram, like right before the show started. Well, maybe it was a little while ago. And they was like, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about, because I was talking about who would be the president. And yeah, he's like, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. So that's what made me think about that. Like, he could at least say, hey, this, you don't know what you're talking about. Don't disrespect me like that. But we appreciate everybody, all the good, all the bad comments. We appreciate everybody that's been supporting us. Episode 140 is a big accomplishment. We're still going strong. We're not stopping anytime soon. So we're excited to get more content out to y'all. We will be off next Tuesday, and we will return on the following Tuesday, which is the date will be, I'm not going to stop talking because I don't want to break in the audio, February 10th, y'all, right after the Super Bowl. We will be here on that Tuesday to break down the Super Bowl and then to start to talk about other things that's going on, and even getting ready for the heart of the NBA season. So make sure you're here next week to be a part of the show. We appreciate everybody. Once again, like this video, subscribe to the channel, comment your thoughts on the video, and we will see y'all on the next video. Peace.
Yes, ring that bell for the notice.
Oh, yeah, that too. Peace.
Yeah. Hell yeah. I got a family to feed, so I can't be lazy. I gotta smoke a little weed, so I don't go crazy.